Hello, 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 everyone. It's your main man, Darren L. Palmer, for another episode of Market Leader Live. Hey, you know what we do here? We discuss those things that you need to do to be a market leader in your particular industry. Why be a market leader? Because you attract the resources, you attract the clientele, the ideal clients that you love to work with compared to the people who you're not even sure if you want to get out of bed, those who make you question why you even got out and went into business, those who make you think about, I might just need to give this up. That's not who you're looking at attracting. You want to be able to serve and help people have a better life with your products or services. So today I'm going to get right into it. At the time of this recording, it is Friday. Still dealing with some of the issues with the pandemic, still dealing with some of the things that comes with the territory. But at the same time, all we can do on this particular show is control the controllables. You heard me chat about that before. But today's episode is about offense is the best defense. Oh, my. I'm sounding like Johnny Gill right now, if y'all couldn't tell. The key to this is offense is the best defense. If you're looking at improving and you're looking at being a market leader, you must grasp this concept that I'm sharing. Most people are in defense mode. What are you talking about, Darren? Well, defense mode. Okay, I'm going to use the analogy or the example from football. Typically in football, a team can have a lead going into the fourth quarter or going into halftime. So unfortunately, what that coaching staff will do is make the mistake of getting into a prevent defense. Basically, what they're doing, for those who don't understand football or sports, what they're doing is they're getting comfortable. They're trying not to get beat. They're not focused on winning. So the things that they were doing to get the lead that they have, they unfortunately stop doing those things because they become passive and they acquiesce to just trying to get by or just try to get out of that particular quarter, or to just end the game with a win. Typically at the end of a game, someone looks at it as, okay, we're just a chip shot from getting a field goal. So instead of focusing on scoring a touchdown where they can actually win the whole game, they settle for just being in field goal range and end up, before you know it, somebody has a blocked field goal. Next thing you know, they lose the game and they're talking bad about the coaches in the tabloids and the local papers in that particular city or that area. Or you see them do it at halftime and it comes back to hunt them before the end of the game because they had an opportunity to drive the ball down the field on offense to add some extra points to the score or to the lead that they already have. But they settle and say, nah, you know what? I'm good. I'm all right. I don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to work myself to death. And they miss out on a great opportunity. So what does that have to do with today's episode? Offense is your best defense. I see a lot of people out there that they can't keep the same hunger. They're not ravenous for success. So whenever they get a great win or they close a deal or they're able to get a new product launch or whatnot, and they have some success, what they do is go back into the prevent defense, or what they do is get comfortable with the lead that they believe that they have, or the spot that they have on life, or the amount that they have in their bank account, or where they are in their relationship, or the relationship that they have with their children. And then what they do is they stop growing. They stop focusing on the things that got them there. So it's easy to be bought. Your purpose can be bought if you're not careful. Your goals can be bought out. So all of a sudden, what you'll do is you'll start saying, well, I know I had those dreams. I know I had those goals, but it's people starving in Somalia. That's the narrative that you start telling yourself. I got something to eat. I don't want to be ungrateful. No one said that you were ungrateful at all. No one said that it was an issue by you having something to eat or being in the particular country that you're in. But for you to compare yourself down to someone who's starving in Somalia and using that as a reason for you not to be the best version of yourself is a cop-out. And unfortunately, those who are around you will not be able to go and reach their destiny or their goals that they could have done if you would be the best version of yourself. So, Darren, what are you talking about? People being on the offense, not defense. If we look at leaders in the world that we see, whether it's someone like George Washington Carver, being an innovator, doing the things that he did. If we look at the situation from individuals like, let's just look at it for what it is. If we look at those who were thought that they were crazy, like the Wright brothers, where we would be, even though it's a failing industry in some areas, but they're too big to fail. When we look at the industry, when it comes to being able to catch a flight or whatnot, the airline industry. So when we look at education, whatever it is, yes, it needs an overhaul in certain areas, but at least we have something compared to nothing. And also we can look at what people have been able to do with innovations, what we have with online learning now, the different apps we have, everything from Android systems or whatnot to Apple operating systems that allow for people to be able to learn in real time, and also the things that Google are doing. You have to have individuals who are pushing the envelope, taking it to the next level. That's how you change your world. That's how you change your industry. You got individuals like Martin Luther King. You got individuals who set the mark. So wherever you are in your life, stay on the offense. Okay. You see it in marriages as well. I'm gonna bring this home to some relative or in relationships. You see somebody that they get a divorce and they look better than they have looked in over a decade. And you think to yourself, oh my gosh, I almost didn't even recognize you. Yeah, I got a divorce. So I dropped the beer gut, and man, you know, I started going to the gym every day, and man, I'm feeling good about myself. Well, dude, if you would have probably dropped the beer gut while you was married and changed your attitude, you might still be married. Okay, I'm not picking on the fellas alone. Same thing with the ladies out there as well. You can see somebody, they might not even comb their hair. You look at them, they still coming out with their slides and flip-flops on everywhere they go, whatnot, their house shoes on. All of a sudden, they're not with the guy they used to be with anymore. Now you can't even see them. They're smoking hot. They got themselves looking good. I mean, man, I don't know if they got a facial, whatever they've done to themselves. They're looking amazing. All of a sudden, they doing squats. They got their stuff lined out. They got nice tight jeans on now. They have lost 30 or 40 work. They up there telling everybody, it works. Girl, it works. They're telling everybody how in great shape that they are. And you think to yourself, like, what happened? Well, you know, Darren, I got a divorce and, you know, I feel like I got to do something with my life now. So I'm just thinking about it. If he would have lost the beer gut, if she would have stopped just wearing the house shoes every day and did something to her hair or whatnot instead of looking crazy every day, then both of them probably could have had a happily everlasting marriage or whatnot. But unfortunately, ever after, they could have lived happily ever after. But unfortunately, both of them went into what? Defense. Well, I don't have to do anything anymore because I'm married. Some of us do that in business. We have a blockbuster mentality. Well, what I did this last quarter worked. So even though it's not working now, we got a few customers. So we're going to halfway serve them as long as they're paying us. We don't have to innovate. We don't have to be creative. We don't have to have great customer service. We don't have to keep, recruiting top talent. We can just rest on our laurels and hope that we can make it till we're able to retire. And then unfortunately, it's a market change. Somebody takes advantage of what you're not doing. You know the old school saying, what you won't do, somebody else will. Well, if you ask Blockbuster what Netflix did to them, they'll tell you that's exactly what happened. So if you want to be cutting edge, you have to do what you have to do. Let's look at an example with the behemoth Walmart. Walmart is saying, wait a minute, we can't let that happen to us. We've seen what Amazon has done to so many markets. They came in, they destroyed the book market, took over that book market completely. They took over the toys or whatnot for the children's market. Now they're basically in every market that you can think. Now all of a sudden they bought Whole Foods. Now they're in the grocery market. They're able to get supplies. Everything that you would get at our super center, they're taking advantage of that. Walmart didn't have the online presence that Amazon did. Walmart didn't have it where it was convenient to be able to serve the needs of their clients online like Amazon did. But guess what Walmart did? Walmart said, we got to step our game up. We got to recruit top talent. We got to do some things so we can be able to compete in this marketplace. Because what our great granddad or what our dad did, if you are the siblings or whatnot, that's on the Forbes list. I think they got 4 of the descendants of Sam Walton on the Forbes list. I think they rank out with the Walton family. If it was still just Sam alone, he would beat everybody else that's on there basically. But he still has 4 descendants that's on at least the top 10, at least in the top 20 for the Forbes richest people in the world list. I know, especially in America. Why am I bringing this up? Because even a behemoth like Walmart has seen what happened to Toys R Us. They've seen what happened to a Books A Million. They've seen what happened to the countless bookstores. They've seen what happened to the other industries where other individuals got comfortable, rest on their laurels, and didn't get into offense, but they acquiesced to prevent defense that actually isn't good for anything but preventing you from winning. Let me repeat that again. It will prevent you from winning. So you got to have a hunger. You got to continue to move forward. You got to continue to keep pressing and pushing the envelope forward. How can you improve on your systems? What can you do to make sure you're taking care of your intellectual property? What can you do to be able to keep your team inspired? What can you do to get better yourself? What are you reading? What podcasts are you listening to? What audio books are you listening to? Who are you learning from? Who are you bringing around you that's allowed for you to build your infrastructure that allow for you to be recession proof? So it's your man, Darren L. Palmer, on this Friday for another episode of Market Leader Live, telling you offense is your best defense. That's what you got to do. You have to move forward with offense. I got a message from an individual today. I'm going to read this to y'all. I got this yesterday. This is what a woman sent me. She said, I kept hitting a ceiling in my business. Same revenue 3 months in a row. I read one book, shifted my mindset, started acting like I already had what I wanted. More than doubled my revenue this month during a pandemic. Come on now. Come on now. And then I'm going to send this message right here from my good friend Darren Roberts, what he sent me over earlier. He sent me a one-liner. People still winning out here. Hey, I'm here to tell you, it's your man Darren L. Palmer. Kim Lots know what I'm talking about. My girl is on offense and not defense. She pushing the envelope. Hey, that's what you got to realize. Hey, it's some people out here winning right now. Don't y'all believe? You better stop listening to MSNBC, CNN, and Fox and crying and all this right here. While you doing all that crying and whining, it's some people who focus on their business. Whatever business you want to call it. Whether it's their family business, whether it's business with their children, whether it's their church business, whatever you want to call it, people are focused on their business. What you focus on will magnify. If you're focusing on what all ain't right, then it ain't gonna be right. If you focus on what you can do to make it right, Darren, there you go. There you go, Darren. There you go. I don't care what party you in. I don't care what election you're in that it is. If you focus on what you can do, things will change from you. If you focus on what you can do, not trying to do everything at once. If you focus, can I at least do one lap today? Can I just walk one lap today? What can I do? Can I make one phone call or send a text to let somebody that I know that I love them and care about them today? Can I just read one chapter today to improve? Can I just listen to one podcast episode? Can I just invest $4 or $11 in a Udemy course in an area that I know I need improvement? This is offense, people. I didn't tell you that you got to go build a Taj Mahal. I didn't tell you that you got to go conquer a village. I'm telling you, be on offense. Whatever that you need to do. Are you networking with the right people? Are you connecting with the right people? Are you praying? Oh, wait a minute. Are you praying about where you want to go? Are you focused? Are you creating steps? Are you being the architect of your own life? Or are you looking for somebody else to manifest something for you? But I got news for you. Come close. Come close. I want y'all to hear this. Come close. You're not in their plan. Oh, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him, D. Don't do it to him on this Friday. You are not in their plans. They are the architects of their own lives. And guess what? You aren't in their plans. So stop looking for somebody who drew up a plan for them, their family, their business, and those who they care about and who they're supporting to look after you, because they're not. I tell you all the time, it's not Special Olympics. Everybody ain't gonna get a ribbon and get a hug when they cross the finish line. It's not gonna happen. And whoever telling you that, they're lying to you and they're hurting you, because you got a crutch and you waiting on somebody to come and save you, and they're not coming. Listen to me. They're not coming to save you. You will have to save yourself. And once you get that information, you will be on offense, like my man Judge Graham talks about. Look, where my book at? My Judge Graham book at?
I may have it over here.
No. They were cleaning up the office today. Oh, yeah. This right here. That scale with speed, baby. You got to be on offense. You got to be on offense. You can't be sitting around and like you don't know. Now, don't get me wrong. Defense mean make sure that you have your lawyers, your stuff, your CPAs and all that in place. You got to have that. That's offense too to me, because you got to have people that can make sure everything flows. But keep that in mind today. Be on offense. Find a way to get better. Do what other people. Don't let people tell you that everything is getting worse. It's not getting worse for everybody. That's a lie. Now, if you choose to let it get worse for you, then that's you. That's on you. But Darren, I can't believe that you saying that. It's a pandemic. I'm not saying there's not tough times for people. I'm not saying that we all haven't been challenged, because we have. The whole world actually has dealt with challenges. But there are people who are finding a way to win in a pandemic that's faced with the same situations, the same challenges, the same furloughs, the same thing about being laid off. There are people who are finding a way. I went to a restaurant not too long ago in Arkansas. Restaurants were still jumping. They had masks on. They scanned you when you came through the door. They had systems in place. The service was impeccable. The food was wonderful. Had a wonderful time there. They was utilizing what they had. They normally would have a full restaurant, but they were utilized. They played within the rules that they were allotted. They wasn't sitting there crying and saying, I can't do nothing. If it wasn't for these masks, if it wasn't for everybody to have their temperature checked, I would do something. I would do some. No, what you do is you get the X's and O's. You get the X's and O's, people. You get the X's and O's, and what you do is you change the play. Every great coach, they see, okay, wait a minute. We were anticipating that this team was going to do this. They're not doing that anymore. Guess what he do? He get his board. Oh, we got to change the play. To get the board out there. They got a play. They came up with another play. That's what they do. That's what you got to do in this marketplace right now. Change the play. Call an audible, like my boy Darren Roberts talks about. Call an audible. You have to call an audible and still win, because guess what? Your family is counting on you to win. Your dreams are counting on you to win. At the end of the day, pandemic or not, your dreams are still calling for you to win. Your kids and grandkids still need you to win. Your local church or whatever civic organization you're a part of, whatever nonprofit that you're a part of, they're still counting on you to win. So you have to decide. I don't care if it's an election year. I don't care about the political affiliation. I don't care about hornets. I don't care about tropical storms. I don't care about the hurricane. What I can focus on is me looking at the man or the woman in the mirror and saying, come hell or high water, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I can't speak on everybody else, but I am. Repeat after me. I am going to win. I'm going to win. So it starts with a mindset. The young lady sent me a message to say, I have been stuck for the last 3 months. I read one book, bam, changed her mindset. She doubled her profit in the pandemic this month. And the day ain't over with, y'all. It's the 31st of July right now. Ain't no telling what she done made. Now she's excited about it and says she's going to do even more the following month. During the Great Depression, there were some great businesses that were started. During 08, there was some 07 through 09, there was some great businesses that were started. What are you going to choose to do? Are you going to barbecue or mildew? But messing with me, you substance spoil. I can't give y'all too much game tonight. Offense is the best defense. Enjoy your weekend. And remember, if you won't change, be the change. Until next time, be blessed and be great.